Namaste children, this is Mausmi, Science Faculty, Mangala Vidya Mandira. Today we are going to learn a new chapter about living organism, their habitat, characteristics and some adaptation. So in our surroundings, if we observe, we can see so many things. The things we can be divided in two types which has life. They are known as living organism, which don't have life, they can't grow, they can move their own, they don't have reproduction process. They are known as non-living things. Like that in your home, all human beings, if you have your pets, some plants, these all are living things. But inside your home, including your home, like chair, table, books, fan, light, these all are non-living things. Now, in our surroundings, everywhere we can find living organism. So we can find living organism in land as well as in water. We can find them in polar region as well as in desert. So we can see the living organism can be a small single cell organism or a big animal like elephant or blue whale. So like this way we can find the living organism everywhere on the earth. Now habitat. What do you mean by habitat? The surroundings where an organism lives is known as its habitat. So if plants is living in water, so it is aquatic habitat. If that animals are in forest, so that means forest is the habitat of deer, lion, tiger, like that. Human beings have habitat like in village or city, like that we are making our home. Okay, so like this way, where we are staying or living, any living organism, surroundings, whatever the things will be there, all together will make their habitat. There are two components of a habitat, that is, one is biotic components, another one is abiotic component. So what do we mean by biotic components? The living components of habitat, like plants, animals, other microorganisms, these all together is known as the biotic components of a habitat. Okay, so where we call the forest, in the forest we can see different types of plants as well as different animals, then microorganisms which will spoil that dead animals or plants. So all together it will be the forest environment. Now not only this living organism, all living things will be there, with that some non-living components also present. So these non-living components are known as abiotic components, like air, water, soil, sunlight, temperature, rocks. So these are natural things, but these are non-living. So these non-living things which is present in the that habitat, like forest, we can see the soil, then some rocks. Okay, so these all, water, so these all are abiotic components of the habitat. Okay, now adaptation. So what do you mean by habitat? Means where we are living, that is our habitat. Then adaptation, the presence of facial feature in or certain habits which enable a plant or an animal to live in its surroundings is called its adaptation. Okay, that means if I give one small example, like plants, if you observe the leaves of the plants, it will be changed from one place to another place. Like in plain land, the leaves will be broad and flat, but if you observe the leaves of plant in mountain, it will be like spin, like thin spin like. That means there, because their snowfall will be there, That's why. So if you observe in desert, the leaves are converted into thorn. Okay, and their stem will be thick and green color. The stem will prepare the food for the animal in desert. So like that way, it is adapting these all characteristics to adjust that habitat, adjust that surroundings. That is called adaptation. Adaptation we can see in as well as plants and animals also. Okay, we will see one by one. Now, yes, terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial means the living organism which will be in habitat is the land. So that which animals or plants or any living organism which is live on the land, their habitat is terrestrial habitat. So terrestrial habitat can be divided in different types like forest habitat, desert habitat, plain land or grassland habitat, mountain habitat. So like that we can be divided this terrestrial habitat in different ways. So terrestrials means another way land. Okay, so first one is desert. We already know that in the desert there are lack of water, so they will get very less water. That means that as the water availability is very low, according to that the adaptation we can observe in animals as well as plant. So in desert we can observe the cactus types of plants more. So desert plant, what type of adaptation we can observe? So leaves are absent. Yes, already I told no, there are no leaves. It will be modified to the spines and to reduce the water loss. Because we know already you have learned transpiration, correct? So as leaves will not be there means transpiration will be stopped and loss of water will be not there. Okay, then stem is green and it will be very thick and fleshy, and it will do the photosynthesis because it has chlorophyll, and stem store water and it's thick and fleshy. Okay, next, deep root system that collect maximum water from the deep soil. So as we know in desert very rare water will get, so the water level will be too down under the soil. So that's why the root will be very long and deep rooted to get the water from the soil. Okay, and thick waxy layer of stem prevent the water loss. That already, so their transpiration process they will be controlled. As the leaves will be absent, it will become spine, as well as stem will be very thick and it has like wax like cover. So which will be prevent the water loss through the transpiration. Okay, so this type of adaptation we can see in the desert plants. Now what kind of adaptation we can see the animal? So we already know that camel is known as sheep of the desert. Okay, then so camel has long legs to keep the body away from the hot sun. Okay, it will be height of the leg will be more. Okay, then it store food as a fat in its hump. So you might observe in camel back you can see one hump. So it is not to store the water, it is store the fat which will be give the force food. So okay, it can be store water in its body. Okay, that means at a time it will drink lots of water and it will store inside its body and it will utilize. But it is not storing the water in the hump. It will store the like fat. What they will eat, the fat, it will convert fat and it will be stored in the hump. And also hooves of the camel will it will be suited for the walking on the stem. It is like pad type of hoops. So as bad type of, when they will, it is very easy for them to walk on the sand. Okay, then long eyeless, because in desert there are so many times it will be happen the sand wind. Okay, sandstorm we can say. As their eyeless is very big, it will very easily overcome this sandstorm, and it will close means protect the inside eyes from the sand. Okay, so this is some adaptation we can observe in the desert animal. Also some other animals like rat, snake, they will be stay daytime inside the burrow, and nighttime they will come out, because in a desert daytime it will be too hot and nighttime weather will be too cold. So that time this snake, rat, some other desert animals, they will come out from the burrow. They used to live daytime inside the burrow, and they will come out and search the food. Okay, so this is some adaptation of desert animal. Now mountain. So in mountain region, trees will grow like a conical shape. Conical shape means like cone structure, like this. Okay, like this structure of plant we can observe in mountain. So what will happen when snowfall will be arrive? So it will be slide. Okay, it will not stuck to the like this way, so it will not damage the plant. Okay, so conical pattern and slopy branches helps snow to slide down. Okay, next they have needle shaped leaves, helps water and snow to slide down. So this needle shape, and also they don't have they have cone which will be inside, it will be the seeds. Okay, so like that this type of reproduction means grow the next small new plants. Okay, now the animal in mountain region animal like snow leopard is white in color. So according to that different places, the color, their structure will be changed also. Okay, it will be helps them to hide from the environment. Also they have thick fur which will be protect from them from the cold. Okay, and clown will be prevent to sleeping in the snow surface. So their clown will be a little bit different types, which will be help them to skating or sleep down in the snow. Next if you, then we can see the goat in the normal plain region, but mountain goat will be different. Their thick white fur they have, which we are collecting for the preparation of wool. Already you have studied that Kashmiri goat has a very good quality of it will give the pashmina wool, like that. Okay, and also strong hooves to run up the rocky slopes. Okay, they have very strong under the leg, very strong hooves which will be help them to run in the slopy region. Then yak, we know the mountain region we can find the another one animal called yak. So it has long hair in their body which will be protect them from the, so if you observe the polar region animals or mountain region animals, they have thick fur to their body to protect them from the heavy cold. Okay, then also their they have some other habitat like polar bear. It has like hibernation period. It will be take rest for in winter time. So like that, this all adaptation they have. Okay, so now you can see the animals in grassland. So grassland we can see so many varieties of animals like lion, tiger, elephant, buffalo, zebra, bison, deer. So these many animals, and they here there. So if we observe lion is known as the king of the west. Okay, so this you all have seen lion in TVs or pictures. So their structure, lion and lioness structure will be different. That a lion has more hair around their neck, so it will be whereas lioness we can't see. So this is the difference. And then if we observe next the deer, so there are so this it has very what we can say, it can run fast, as it has strong teeth, as it is herbivorous animal. So it will that broad teeth they have to cut the plants and to chew. Then if we observe lion, they have canine teeth are strong as they are carnivorous animals. Then this deer has one good sense. They can easily identify from long distance. They can understand that predator means prey means like lions or tiger are chasing them or nearby it's coming to hunt them. So like that they can understand. Okay, so another one things you can observe in grassland or wherever the animals are there, that is the predator and prey. So predator eats the prey. That means predators will hunt prey for their food. And predators, maximum predators are either omnivorous animals or carnivore animals. So in this picture, lions is known as predator, whereas deer is the prey. Okay, so this we used to observe. Okay, so like that we can observe that eagle. So easily eagle is the predator, whereas a rat, rabbit, these are the prey. They will hunt them and eat. So this is the food chain already you have learned. Okay, now we have finished the terrestrial adaptation. Other than whatever we have discussed, there are so many, like we can observe the coconut trees in the coastal plain, then other like mangrove in that marshy land. So these all the adaptation already you have learned. Okay, now aquatic, other than terrestrial, another one is aquatic. So those the animals or plants are live in water, they are known as aquatic organism. Okay, so the when we will talk about the aquatic animals, first name will come in our mind, that is fish. Okay, so we can see the different types of fish. And they as we know that fish are in water, they will take the oxygen from water which is dissolved inside the water. So they are doing the respiration through the gills. So maximum water animals has gills, they don't have lungs. Only the exceptional is dolphin and whale. Dolphin and whale has lungs, so they have to come out from the water to breathe. Okay, and this water animal body shaped will be streamlined, like boat shaped body, easy to move inside the water. They have fins, they have tail to change the direction, they have fins to swim. Okay, also some fish has scale on their body to protect their skin. So like this way, these all adaptation we can observe. So blowholes. So blowholes means this dolphin and blue have a nostril to breathe air from the atmosphere. That is called blowholes. So you might observe they will take, and after some time they will take out the water like this way. Okay, so this we can see in the blue whale. So they will breathe through the nostril from the air, and they will take out the water like a fountain. Okay. Now come to the water plants. So water plants, normally we can divide it into three types. One is floating water plants, one is fixed water plants, another one is underwater plants. Okay, so here first one is fixed. Fixed means it will be stuck, their roots will be stuck under the soil, under soil, under the water. Okay, like lotus, water lily, like some this kind of, then balance area. Okay, so these all plants, we can, their leaves will be so some adaptation we can observe in lotus, in that what is their stem will be hollow and lightweight, which can be float on the water. Okay, then leaves will be like big and spread, and their stomata will be present in the upper surface. Normally the plants have the stomata in the lower surface, but in water plants the stomata will be upper surface, as it will be helps to do the to the respiration. Okay, to take carbon dioxide, oxygen for the photosynthesis. Then leaves and flower float on the water. Then leaves are coating like wax like coating will be there, which will prevent the water stagnation. That means if we pour water on lotus leaf, you might observe it will not stay, it will be fall down, because it is, the structure is very small hair like structure will be there, which will not hold the water. Okay, and then this valence area plants, it is very soft kind of, like tape kind of things. It can be easily move, it will easily bend itself with the water. So when it will be bend, no, it will not come out from the soil. Okay, they will be stuck in the soil, and they can bend according to the flow of the water. Next one is floating. Some plants are floating, like hyacinthia, then pistia, this all will be floating, and their stem will be like this kind of bubble, so air bubble kind of things, stem, so it will be help them to float on the water. Okay, so their roots will not touch the soil, so their roots only float inside the water, and they will take the water from the water. And also like this, and some plants like hydrilla, it will be submerged inside the water, it will grow. Okay, it will grow inside the water, so they are called underwater plants. Now some characteristics, so living organism, the some characteristics which has living organism which don't have in the non-living organism. Like first one is to grow, growth or grow, to maintain the growth of living organism, they need food. So all living organisms need food. Already we know that that green plants are main sources of food, as they are prepare the food by photosynthesis, and from that we all the animals will get the food. Like herbivorous animals will eat directly the plants, then carnivore animals will eat the herbivorous animals or other animals, then omnivorous animals directly they will depends on the plants as well as animals. So like this way all living organism depends on the food for they depends on the plants for food. Okay, and also that other microorganism, they also depends on the plant. So when other organism will die, they will get the food from the dead and decays plants. So like that they will make the decay and make it to mix with the soil. Okay, so like this way food need for all living organism. all the living organism grow. So you might observe daily life, you observe that we are growing. Correct? You was very small, then you grown up. You can see the small seeds, how it can be grow and become a big plant. So these all things. So all living organism will grow. And living organism respire, as well as last chapter you have learned that plants respire. Yes, and also we know we all animals are going to respire. So this is one. So both plants and animals do respiration. Then during respiration we are taking oxygen and we release carbon dioxide. Okay. Then before that, okay, living things respond to that stimuli. Okay, so when some animals are there, they will not go, they will go away from the light. Okay, like cockroach and all. Some insect, they will attract towards the light, like some small insects. If evening time, if it is nearby any field will be there, no, if we on the light, so many small insect will come and sit nearby the light. Okay, like this way our eyes also get stimuli with the light. Like if we get the very bright light, we just suddenly we will close our eyes. So this all another way that plants also responds to the light. Correct? So you might observe the sunflower when morning it will bloom, when sunrise, so it will turn its face towards the sun whole day. Evening time its face will be the western side. Then some flower like lotus, then hibiscus, this will bloom in the daytime with the sun. And other way, this water lily and all, some white color flowers, it will bloom at the night. Okay, then other than this, if you might observe touch me not plant. Okay, if you touch, that means it is stimuli. If we touch, if we get the human touch, it will be close the leaves. Okay, so like this way we can see the stimuli. Another way, if you observe that all living organisms reproduce. What is the reproduction? Reproduction is the process to grow its own kind, reproduce its own kind of young one. Okay, so reproduction we can observe in each and every animal as well as plants. So plants reproduction is from the seeds we can get the new plants, and for animals we can see some animals will lay the egg, like birds, snake, frog, they will lay the egg. Some animals will give birth of the baby. Okay, so like this way reproduction process having. So as it has reproduction also, then living organism will move their own from one place to another place, which cannot be possible by non-living things. They can't move their own. Okay, so these are the main and some particular characteristics of living organism which we cannot see in the non-living things. Okay, so in this chapter we have learned about the habitat, then adaptation, as well as some characteristics of living organism. I hope you all have understood this lesson, and you will read the textbook neatly and try to understand the concept. Any doubt you can ask through the WhatsApp group, and next I will give the activity through the PDF. Okay, PDF I will give the activity, you have to complete and send. Okay, then thank you children.